going?
Yeah. Thank you for coming out here this afternoon. Training camp so far, we've had we're about halfway done. We've had 15 practices, and I would say at this point we're making progress as a football team. Are we where we need to be? Absolutely not. We have a long way to go. I think we have enough time to get there if we work diligently. The guys pay attention, learn the lessons, we stay healthy and get a little luck. I think we'll be ready by the first football game.
Have you ever been a part of anything this new stadium, new subdivision, new conference, new uniforms, so much new coach?
No. The answer to that, no, I have not been. But that's the whole fun of this journey, really, is just putting everything together, getting everything to mesh and blend together. It's been a lot of fun getting all the constituencies to pull in the same direction. And that's what really makes this such a great job for me at this time in my career.
This is going to be a big travel for the fans here at the flagship campus.
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan to attract more fans from Western Mass to get down to Gillette Stadium and fill it up? Because it's a big stadium. It
is a big stadium, and we do intend to fill it up. And we know that we need our fans from Western Mass. The people that are loyal to UMass football, they're going to find a way to get there. I know that the Patriots draw from all over New England. People are diehard fans, and they'll find a way to get there for 7, 8 Sundays a year. I think our fans can find a way to make it there for 5 Saturdays a year if that's something they really want to do. We're going to give them a great product. I can't tell you it's going to be pretty every single time out there, but I know our guys are going to play hard. They're going to get to know our players. They're going to get a chance to connect with them over time, get to watch them develop as individuals and as a team, and I think they're going to want to come out there and check them out.
Folks who have followed UMass and where they've been and where they're going as far as moving into the different subdivision, and what can they expect from the quality of the talent you're going to be facing and eventually be pulling in for yourself?
Well, we're going to be out-talented in some football games. That's reality. We're taking a team that basically was recruited as 1AA football players. They've cut their teeth playing 1AA football, and now they're going to move up and play a higher notch. The Mid-American Conference probably is not going to be confused with the SEC, but nevertheless it is 1A football. There's 85 scholarship guys on each team, and it is definitely much greater talent across the board in the MAC. So our guys are going to have to really bring their A game, so to speak, each and every time they step on the field.
What have you enjoyed the most being now a Minutemen, and what are you looking forward to this season?
You know, I've been welcomed by just about everyone I've met. It's been a great experience for me. Just every time I go into a meeting and I see our players, they feel more and more like mine. And it's just the looks on their face, how excited they are, the anticipation they have. How could you not get excited? You know, if you were me and you stand in front of 105 guys that are just, you know, listening and really waiting on every word that you say. So every day's been a great day since I've been at the University of Massachusetts.
You mentioned the MAC not being confused for the SEC. The CAA obviously was a pretty talented conference in its own right at a different level. How similar are the two conferences, the CAA to the MAC?
Well, it's you know, there's a gap between the two. Anytime you put 85 scholarships versus 65 scholarships, there's going to be a difference in the quality of play. Plus the fact that most young men, and let's assume that most guys that were recruited to the MAC, those were good decisions by those coaches. These guys had more talent coming out of high school. Most players, at the end of the day, are going to take the 1A scholarship over the 1AA scholarship every single time. So there's going to be a talent gap. Our guys are going to have to get used to it in a hurry. That's why I like our schedule. I think playing the teams that we do are certainly going to raise the level of competition in a way that our players never have had before. So by the time we get into the conference schedule, I think our guys are going to be used to the hitting and the speed of 1A football, and we'll be ready for it.
What's the biggest adjustment these guys have had to make over the course of, since they've come here this summer?
Well, I think it's just our practices are probably a little bit longer, maybe a little bit more physical. I don't know. I wasn't here in the past, so I can't really answer for that, just from what they tell me. And I also think the intensity of everything that we do is just ramped up, and it has to be because it's urgent right now. The first game is just a little over 2 weeks away, and obviously every game on our schedule looks like a challenge, so we have to be ready to play each and every week.
Are you ahead or behind where you thought you might be at this
I think we're right about where I thought we would be. Some days we look ahead, and some days we look a little bit behind. Each phase of our team, one day the special teams really excites me, another day it's the defense, another day it's our offense. But being able to put all three phases together day in and day out, we haven't been able to do that yet. And hopefully by the end of this week or early next week, we'll start doing that.
Your offense, talk about your quarterback situation right now.
Well, our quarterback situation right now, I would say that Mike Wegson is a clear-cut number one. It doesn't mean he's going to start the opener. He's got great competition from A.J. Doyle, but A.J. Doyle's a true freshman. He's only been on campus here for a couple of weeks. To say that he's going to get the ball first against the University of Connecticut, that's a big challenge for any young man. But I think our quarterbacks are grasping the system much, much better than they did in the spring. Mike Wegson is a tremendously confident young man. Our staff has confidence in him. We'll hone the offense to meet his skill set once the games get going, and I think he's going to be fine.
Are you a one quarterback guy, or do you like to, or will you use?
I'm not afraid of using two quarterbacks. I'd rather not. But if the two are close, then I'll use both of them until we can really settle on one. It's a long season.
Are they the same? Are they very similar in their styles, or by using these two guys, are they different?
There's not a dramatic difference, but one has clearly differentiated skills from the other, and both of them bring something a little bit different to the table.
What makes you say that Wegson's your clear number one, though? What is
just the way he handles the offense day in and day out, his passing efficiency, his checks, his poise, all of that stuff. Mike is clearly ahead of AJ. Not that AJ doesn't have the talent, he just doesn't have all the intangibles fully honed yet, ready to go out there on the field against big-time competition.
Has your offense adjusted well to what you want them to do? Are they figuring it out?
Yeah, and right now we're really just kind of going through the same things we did in the spring, so it's kind of like a review, so to speak. Once we start really implementing the offense and putting it against Connecticut's defenses and Connecticut's team, then it may take some more work, but I think we're right where we need to be.
Defensively, how do you feel about where this team is right now?
You know, we have really good team speed. They play really hard. They swarm to the ball. Will they do it in the games? I'd like to think so. Usually what you see on the practice field is what you see in the games.
When's the date change from camp to UConn preparation?
We're going to take camp all the way through next Thursday, and then Friday we'll start honing in on UConn.
You talk about Rob Blanchflower's